Good morning. Most of y'all know me. My name's Chuck Kinard. And I was not born into a religious home. There was alcohol abuse, physical abuse, mental abuse. And although my grandmother tried to instill a knowledge of the Lord in me, I had the basics. About the time I was 10 years old, there was a school bus that would come through the neighborhood and pick up any children that wanted to go to church. Some friends across the street from us were going, and once they asked us if we would like to go, me and my sister. We said yeah, so we went with them. Was really enjoying it. Been going there about a couple of months. And it was in Sunday school class, and one of the elders of the church came in and asked if there were any children that wanted to be baptized. Well, I've been hearing about baptism, and I figured it was a pretty good deal. So I raised my hand. When time came during the sermon that they were doing the baptisms, I got baptized. And I was feeling really good about it. And time to leave, we got on the bus. I was really happy. My two friends were happy for me. My sister said, I don't know if that was the right thing to do. Turned out she was right. When I got home and told my mother and father what I'd done, it caused one of the biggest arguments in the family that I'd ever seen. So at that point I thought, uh-oh, I did something very bad. So I didn't go back to church again until I was about 14 years old, little neighborhood church. And be truthful, some of the girls was asking me and a couple of our friends to go, so we figured, hey, good way to meet girls, let's go. So we started going and was there for probably a couple of months or so. And one Sunday, the preacher decided it was a good time to preach a sermon on the sins of long hair, which was myself and my two friends. He was staring at us through the whole thing. Then the people started turning around and staring at us. And I began to feel like a bug in a jar. I stood up, walked to the door, turned around and looked at my two friends. I said, y'all can stay here and listen to this BS, to put it nicely. And I said, as for the rest of you, I gave them a one-finger salute, and I walked out the door. Didn't go back to church for years. I was about 17, I guess. And it was a guy my sister was dating at the time, which turned out to be her first husband later on, said that their church needed a maintenance man. So I went and applied for the job, light maintenance, you understand? Yeah. Well, the preacher was the guy who was doing the hiring. He was looking over my application. He goes, well, you look just like you just want the person we need. He's about to have a question for you. Will you shave your beard and cut your hair? I said, well, sir, I got to ask, why do I need to shave my beard and cut my hair? Well, you look so much like Jesus, I'm afraid you would scare some of my congregation. I said, well, I'm sorry, I'm not the person you need because I'm not going to shave my beard and cut my hair. So I walked out the door and didn't go to church again. I figured at this time, I'm done. This is not what it's cracked up to be. And then I met my wife. A lot of y'all know her, Lee. And we dated for a while, and we decided it was time to get married. But she told me, she says, you have to marry me in the church. Because she was raised in a religious family. So I said, okay. We started going once a week to meet the priest and, what is marriage? How's it supposed to be? Blah, blah, blah. Went through that fine. Went through the ceremony fine. And did not go back to church again. Every once in a while, they might be something special, or for some reason she wanted me to go. And so I would go every once in a while. Well, one year, her birthday and Mother's Day happened to fall on the same day. And I asked her what she wanted for her mother's birthday. She said, I want you to go to church with me. Okay. But I was a little nervous. I asked her, I said, well, I know you're in the choir. Is there any way I can sit with you? She said, yeah, you can sit beside the choir. I'll move where I'm beside you. And okay, good. It was during Father Mark's sermon. And I was sitting, my back was against the wall. And I heard someone sound like somebody just had bent over and talked into my ear. Didn't whisper, they talked. Said, you need this, you need me. I turned around so fast I nearly cracked my head on the wall, knowing there was no one there. And that was it for me. As we were walking out the door, Father Mark was greeting everybody. And he took my hand and he was holding it with both of his hands. And he said, it was so good to see you here today. I said, well, get used to it. You're going to see a lot more of this ugly old mug. And I've been going to church ever since. I turned my life over to God that day. I knew I'd been reborn, and I consider that the date of my rebirth, May 5th, 2007. And believe me, he's there. Anytime you need him, just ask for him, talk to him, and he will help you. Thank y'all.